The harvest in Mandama began in May 2006 and was the highest anyone could remember. Instead of the normal 5 or 6 sacks of maize per acre, for the same hard work, farmers were able to harvest more than 50 sacks on average. Some harvested as much as 70 sacks per acre.
I'm so happy that I have enough food this year. Last year, I only harvested 6 bags. This year, I managed 32.
With the harvest we got, I can now cook porridge for the children in the morning. I couldn't do that, but now I can. School attendance has also improved since the harvest. Now all our children go to school every day.
I see such a great change now compared to last year. In the past, I would work and get only 1 bag. However, this year, with the seeds and fertilizers from the project, I managed to harvest 16 bags, and I've been able to give 2 back to the village grain bank.
This year, Mandama will not be depending on food aid. There will be no need to migrate to cities and towns in the hope of finding some work. But the story does not end here. The results mean new challenges for the community on how to store grain safely and how to market the surplus.
The training today basically is the practical part of how to construct the food grain bank for the village and the crib, the drying crib for the village. So that at the end of the day, all participants will feel they will construct in their own houses for their own maize.
For the first time, the farmers of Mandama can think about diversifying into higher value cash crops like cabbages and groundnuts, and even buying cattle and goats. This is the first step on the road to sustainability and self-reliance.
If only you knew how people feel. It's like cream flowing on the inside of them, so to speak. What we see today is something I have never seen in my life. And I'm pretty old, but it's really happening this year.
Now that I've got enough food for my family, the next thing that I really want to do is cabbage production. I think that cabbage production can be profitable. There are plenty of people who want to buy cabbages at Tondwe market.
The community still faces other challenges. Their water supplies are few and unsafe and often result in sickness. Malaria continues to kill children and sap the strength of adults. The schools are poorly equipped and staffed. There is no transport or telephone in case of health emergencies. And there is no electricity. Much more needs to be done. This is the challenge ahead for the Millennium Villages project. Overcoming hunger and revitalizing farming is an important beginning. We have seen how better seed and fertilizer can unlock the potential of Mandama's land and people. But in the coming months and years, the project will work with the community to invest in better health services, including a new clinic and bed nets to fight malaria, improved schooling with the school meals program using part of the farmers' increased production, clean drinking water, and better communication with the outside world.
We really need to have our own health center here in Mandama, because the existing clinic is just too far from here. The school is also a long way away, so we also need to work hard to build a school close by, so that our children can take leadership positions in the future and lead meaningful lives.
Here we can see a house being constructed, and this is just one of the many houses which are being constructed in this village. Just because people have more food this year, they are extending their resources to building better and bigger houses. And this is just 1 year after the project started. So you can imagine how the village would look like in 3 or 4 years' time from now.
Mandama is just one village in Africa. We cannot directly apply Mandama's experience to the whole continent or even to the whole of Malawi. But there are some powerful lessons. First, the knowledge to save and improve lives is there. It just needs to be applied. Second, communities are waiting for the opportunity to respond. Despite hunger and illness, the people of Mandama in just one season demonstrated their resilience and resolve. They knew what they wanted and were prepared to work hard with those who had the resources to lend a helping hand.
I will walk tall like a man. I am not being boastful, but I've harvested much more maize than most people in the village. Some people couldn't believe it was really me who harvested all this maize.